4, 3, 2.
All right, it's 7:30 on this Tuesday night. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and it is the night before Christmas. For my family, that means it's vodka night. It's a long story. If you ever want to learn the sweet, sweet origins of it, I'll share it with you. For some people, it's Festivus. And so coming up a little later, we're going to talk about the airing of grievances. We're also talking about whether or not you give gifts to coworkers, why Sundays are apparently the new Mondays, and more. But as always, I can't do this alone. I need your help. So if you're watching out there and you want to join the conversation, you want to air some grievances, that's how you do it. We're streaming, so there's a lot of different ways. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll read those coming up a little later. If you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, just grab your phone, scan the QR code. It'll take you directly into the Zoom room. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or Fox Local on your phone and you can't scan that QR code, but you want to join the Zoom room, I have a link pinned to my Instagram profile, Fox5 Producer Chris. It's also in our broadcast channel. Our broadcast channel also where we post some topics to get the conversation going a little earlier. We are also streaming right now on TikTok. Same name, Fox5 Producer Chris. If that's where you're scrolling past and see what's going on, you can air some grievances as well. We're going to check in with all of our virtual co-hosts in just a second. We'll also say hello to our in-studio one, Al Reynolds, media personality and Bowie State University professor, going to make his Do You Like It or Not debut. He's just wrapping up the 7 p.m. version of the show, and I hear him walking over now, and this man, I must say, dressed to the absolute nines. Al, get over here. Here's your mic. While you put that on, I'm going to, just because I didn't want to be left out. So now we're in business. Al, thanks so much for sticking around and joining us.
Absolutely. I finally get to work with you. It's
I
been
know.
years.
We've been working behind the scenes together for years. This is our first time ever doing a show together.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nobody deserves it more than you. I love this.
Well, I'm loving this fit, by the way.
Don't I look like a Santa elf?
You look perfect.
If only I had gifts in these pockets.
Yeah. You and me both, sir. You and me both. All right, you ready to dive in?
I'm ready. Let's go. What
all right. Well, first of all, what are you doing for the holidays for anyone out there?
It's very interesting. I will be here in Washington, D.C. I'm just getting back from a trip in Italy. I was there for 8 days. I am going to relax, relate, and release. So it's all about just chilling out, eating, and enjoying my time alone during the Christmas holidays.
That sounds amazing. Well, we're glad you're spending part of it here with us.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's dive right in. For many people, today is the night before Christmas. Like we said, for others, it's the last day of work before the holiday break. And, one of them sitting right here next to me, producer Jim. For Seinfeld fans, though, it's Festivus. Take a listen.
At the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
All right, so if you watch the show, you know George Costanza's dad, Frank, invented the fictional holiday of Festivus to fight back against some of the commercialism of Christmas. Now, in real life, it was the brainchild of the father of one of the writers. He managed to incorporate it as a little tribute. So, Al, the idea of airing grievances with family and friends, do you like this or not? And does it kind of just happen anyway when you gather with the family?
After a couple of drinks,
right?
After a couple of drinks, I think so. I'm not a fan of this during the holidays, because during the holidays is when I would like to forget about all the grievances and I would like to kind of promote peace and harmony and love. So for me, this is a definite no. But if you catch me on Halloween or you catch me even maybe Thanksgiving, that may be a good time.
Then maybe a few will come out then. Chad, I know you're a Seinfeld fan. Do you like the idea of celebrating Festivus? Do you like the idea? There you go. All right, join in the club. I appreciate it, Chad.
A happy vodka night, Chris? What's this vodka thing I hear about?
All right, so a long time ago, short version of it, my cousin Dan, the godfather of vodka night, he was at a White Elephant party. He got a bottle of vodka as a gift, and he said, on the spot, I'm going to drink it right now. So he had to come up with some creative recipes on the spot. Every year, we've done a vodka party since then.
Oh, I love that.
I like
vodka
it.
night. Make it your tradition, Chad.
I'm done. Festivus, if it's done in good humor, I like it. I think this year I'm trying to make up for being the butt of disappointment over the years. So this year was my big year to make it all up to everybody. So I'm going in with gun blazing this year. I got presents for everybody. You get a present. You get a present.
All right, Santa Chat, I love it.
I love that.
David has joined our little sunglasses trend. Looking sharp, friend.
Thank you, my friend. You know, okay, you can't see me. That's right. But I wouldn't dress the way Al does, but everything he says, I think I've agreed with almost 100%. Yeah, airing of grievances, it's funny on a Seinfeld episode, but if you at your dinner table at Christmas, if your point is to start complaining about other people, not that's not what the Christmas spirit is about.
Not at all.
So did I hear him correctly? He doesn't want to borrow my red
I think
jacket?
he would look
You
sharp
don't want to
in
borrow
it.
my red jacket?
Yeah,
It's not my style. Maybe it works for you. Maybe it doesn't. But not for
clearly
me.
it does, David. Allison, do you like the idea of the airing of grievances, Festivus for the rest of us?
Well, yeah, before I answer that, I just want to say, Al, every time I look at you, you remind me so much of my dad. Like, it looks like you guys could be brothers.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if you can see this, but y'all look alike to me. Like, you really do. And his name is Al. That's crazy.
So he's a great guy. I
There
already
you
know
go,
that.
exactly.
He was a wonderful guy, yes. But no, airing grievances, especially not on the holiday, but I have tried, I'm like the peacemaker or try to be the peacemaker in my family. And for one, people don't want to admit when they're wrong. Like I've tried to be like, we all make mistakes. Maybe we can move forward. Then I'm attacked and then I'm the bad person and then I'm starting drama. So for my family, never, never would I ever.
Well, we are honored to have Deb in the Zoom room tonight. Deb is married to the godfather of Vodka Night. So, Deb, quick shout out to Dan for a tradition that's got to be like 25 years in the making at this point. And rest assured, I promise, it will continue on no matter what.
Absolutely. We'll be drinking. We'll get the kids to bed, and we'll start celebrating Vodka Night.
That's what I love to hear. Will there be any airing of grievances as well?
After a couple drinks.
After a couple drinks, exactly.
I agree, after a couple of drinks.
Well, in addition to Festivus, like I mentioned at the top of the show, for a lot of people today is the last day in the office, the last day of work. So my question is, do you give gifts to your coworkers? And if so, how do you decide who gets one? Who makes the cut? We posted this one in our broadcast channel a little earlier today. Kelly said Pollyanna or Secret Santa is fun. Shayla said that is so easy. Guess what? Everybody gets nothing.
Ooh.
Not 100% true. I do wish them a Merry Christmas, but that's all I have. Cool V 971 says it's cool to give even if you don't receive. I usually just give cards anyway. Next up, we've got CCHASEC. In general, not, as it puts pressure on others to give as well, and they may not be in the position to. If the team agrees on a White Elephant or Secret Santa, then that's fine. Andy Cool Mom, the company White Elephant party is enough for me. Too much pressure otherwise and really awkward. It's not a must. HR executives say workplace gift giving, just a way to show appreciation. They say to keep it simple, keep it $30 or less. But Al, giving gifts to coworkers, do you like this or not?
I'm here for it. Let me tell you, one thing that I do for all my people that are on my team, I worked on Wall Street, I'm a professor. So I try to give everybody a card just to make everybody feel seen and heard. Now, if you are a supporter of mine, so if you're in my administrative and you saved my life so many times during the year, you're getting a gift from me. And then, as always, you got to grease the palm that grease your wallet.
Yeah.
So I always give a gift to like my manager director or my boss. Always to say thank you for the opportunity to make money with you this year, and please keep me on your team so we can make more money next year.
Make more money next year, exactly. I understand entirely. I just, it can be a slippery slope sometimes, especially in big offices and things like that, where some get them. Some people, obviously, friends in real life, not just like work friends. And so, Maria is in the Lion Zoom room tonight. Maria, do you like the idea of giving gifts to coworkers, or do you think it can get messy quickly?
I think it can get messy. I am not fond of it, especially because I don't know even how the coworkers spent their weekend, talk less of what to get you as a gift. and there might be coworkers I'm not that close to. So it can just get into the realm of comparison or jealousy, or it just gets, I would rather not. I'd wish you Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday or Happy Holidays, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Deb, what about you? Do you like the idea of giving gifts to coworkers?
You know what? I didn't like the practice of it, and your cousin Dan is always like, he doesn't feel like he should give gifts to his supervisors, but anyone that he supervises, he feels like he needs to get a gift for. That's his little rule. I didn't give, but then today I get all these gifts in the office, and I felt like such a schlub not having stuff. So I ran out real quick.
Yeah.
And then like threw out lottery cards to everybody. I wasn't.
Yeah, $1.7 billion up for grabs, by the way. So that might
be a lottery card
anytime. A very generous gift.
Maybe they'll hit. But no, I'm not a fan of it, but today I had to.
Yeah. I think she hit on something, because my fear is always that someone's going to get me a gift and I didn't get them a gift. And that's the worst feeling ever. Because now you look cheap.
I understand that entirely. And, that's been sort of a situation, too, where you end up just having kind of like an emergency one.
Right.
I am team bake something for the office,
that's a good
set
idea,
it out,
like
and just, say, like, here, this is for whoever wants to partake.
That's why you make all the money here.
I wish. All right, speaking of gifts, some of the most popular ones this year are apparently getting under people's skin. And we mean literally. And that's because health tracking gifts are soaring in popularity. I'm going to read this headline and I'm going to apologize. Sleep monitors and poop tests. Health tracking gifts find a place under the tree. According to the Wall Street Journal, some of the presents that people will be unwrapping, you heard right there, glucose monitoring devices, gut health, microbiome tests. Some will get panels of blood tests that examine everything from hormone levels to thyroid and liver functions. Al, last year I got this, which is an Oura ring, which tracks my sleep, it tracks my heart rate volume, my heart rate, it tracks my stress. As you can imagine, working in news, it's some of the numbers are a little more elevated than they probably should be. But do you like the idea of getting a health-related gift for Christmas?
Let me tell you something. I'm the youngest of 6. I'm 50. Everybody above me is over 50. So we need these types of gifts. We need the blood glucose. We need the blood pressure. We need the sleep empathy. We need all of those, because in essence, we're all going through it, at that particular age. So I think for the right age group and for the right family member, this makes a lot of sense to me, especially because at our age, we want to stay healthier, we want to live longer, and we want to be around for our kids and our grandkids. So in essence, I would love to get something like that.
I highly recommend it. You can use your FSA money if you have any left over at the end of the year. And look, Allison, I think this kind of speaks a little bit to, like Al said, people choosing to be a little healthier. I mean, before it used to be maybe a bottle of wine or a bottle of liquor, and now people are like, here, you can go track your gut microbiome.
It depends on the receiver. Like the gifts that you were just showing, all those tests, that's ridiculous. Like, who wants to see that? It's like saying, oh, there's something wrong with you. Let me point it out. That's not good.
Yeah.
But like with my kids, I've given them like Apple Watches, smart watches, things like that I know that they're going to use. I have a very healthy family. And I know they would like, I've given them weights and, barbells, things like that they enjoy. But all those little tests and stuff, go to your 1-year free physical to get that stuff. Don't give it as a gift.
Yeah, and David, actually, Allison hit on something key here, which is some of those tests have then future fees that you have to pay or subscription fees.
No way.
Yeah, that's a reverse gift. I like
a little bit. Yeah, it's costing me money.
I would hesitate to take much gift advice from me. I don't claim to be the best gift giver, but someone might, like Allison is saying, if you have an overweight friend, give them rice cakes as a gift.
Yeah, see how that goes.
Not a rice cake.
I don't know about this. But, maybe people like it. I mean, some blood tracking, if people are interested in it, I get it. But I don't know. There is kind of a subtle suggestion behind these things that may not be polite.
That's what it seems like. Chad, obviously you work in a health and fitness industry. Do you like the idea of people getting these sort of health tracking gifts?
I do. The only reason I don't have an Oura Ring or a Whoop is because they're hundreds of dollars. If somebody wanted to buy me one of those for Christmas, I'd be so happy. Yeah, I like it. I mean, not the poop tracker or something, but I think the Oura Ring or the, you know.
Yeah,
Never heard of that before, but I'm going to look into it.
Yeah, I mean, you're over 50.
I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I was going to say, you're over 50 as well, so that one might be right up your alley, as they say. Listen, speaking of the holidays, let's stay on this theme. A lot of people may use the trip home as a good excuse to introduce a new partner to their family. And experts say that move can actually be make or break when it comes to a relationship. According to a survey by the matchmaking service Talkify, 72% of people believe bringing a partner home for the holidays makes a relationship feel official. However, more than a quarter of respondents later regret that decision. Some people believe that the pressure often leads couples to commit before they are ready. Some say they've ended up breaking up after the holiday as a result. Now, Al, I know you guys talked about this on the last half hour, and you said this is a good test or barometer for that relationship.
Well, see, I said it's like a soft launch, like a restaurant soft launch. Like, for me, I have a very large family that are completely crazy. If you can rock with my crazy family, then I know that you're going to be able to rock with me, because you're going to see every element of my existence during that Christmas time or during that holiday time. So for me, I feel like it's a good test. It's a good test. If you can make it past holidays with me and my family, then I feel like we could rock for the rest of our lives.
All right, that's Al. How about Allison? Allison, do you like the idea of bringing a new partner home and introducing them to the whole family at once in this sort of situation?
No, I wouldn't do that. First, I don't want a new partner, but again, me and my cousin Al, we have a crazy family. Family is crazy. People act a fool.
Yes.
And somebody's going to get embarrassed and be uncomfortable. So, no, I would not do that.
Okay. Oh, Maria, do you agree with Allison or Al?
I'm middle of the highway.
Okay.
I see the message the person can be sending to the partner, like, oh, I see you in my life long term. But the other way around is family members may then be really clingy or very abrasive to it's such a very sensitive time of the year that I'd rather have the person come over on like just, January 7th or April 17th rather than on such a beautiful day.
That totally makes.
So I don't like it.
You don't like it. All right, so we have two not like it. We have one like it. David,
Come on,
are you going to be a tiebreaker?
Don't leave me on this island, David, by myself.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, this is the
Practically
best
twins.
I can do. This is the best I can do to look as good as Al here. Okay, but I think I don't like what I know about this is a lot of people like break up around the holidays, and what a downer, Matter of fact, I had a breakup on the holidays. That was not fun. But bringing a new partner home, sure, if you think they're gonna get along with your family, go for it.
All right.
How am I looking, Al? It's good
You're
looking
killing
as
it. You're killing it. Come on, Santa.
Yeah.
You're killing it, brother.
I want this every single night from here on out. You're setting the bar pretty high. Deb, were you introduced to any of our family around a holiday, or was Dan introduced to yours on a holiday?
I remember when I met you, Chris. It was I think it was like a Labor Day.
Okay, probably like a Matthew's party.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you're still friends?
I was introduced
Married
to
to my
all of
cousin
you
Fru.
at a holiday, and it was like baptism by fire. I was introduced by like 20 males of the same age
All boys.
at one time. And thank God, I guess we hit it off, so it was fun.
Clearly, you have been a pivotal part of the family ever since. So here's what I will admit, though, because I started dating my wife in October. So, 1 month later, her family was down here in D.C. for Thanksgiving. They were all at her house. She told me I was not allowed to meet her family.
Really?
She came to visit me, made her family wait. She dropped them off at the wharf, came to visit me in Navy Yard where I was living at the time, left them there, and then, we didn't get to meet until
Christmas.
No, New Year's. She flew down for Christmas. I went and saw my family for Christmas, and then we all met up for New Year's. But yeah, she told me straight up at that point, 1 month in,
well,
too
1
soon.
month is a lot. That's
1
too
month
soon,
was,
right?
yeah, exactly. It was soon, but
Yeah.
look how it worked out.
Look,
So,
you're married.
Exactly.
How many years?
A little more than 2 now.
Hey,
a little more
it
than
worked.
2. First
It worked.
baby on the way in just about a week or so. We'll see. Keep the comments coming on all the stories we have talked about so far. Coming up next, though, we're going to talk about why Business Insider says Sundays are the new Mondays. We'll be right back. Yeah, I don't love that.
Libra. That's scary.
All right, welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Tuesday night. I'm producer Chris alongside Al Reynolds, our Christmas elf Santa. Looking sharp as always. Thank you to everyone who has joined us so far. Still time to join the Zoom room and weigh in on all these stories we are talking about. All right, it is only Tuesday. It's a holiday Tuesday, so that feels a little better, but it still is only Tuesday. But we are going to jump straight ahead to the weekend now because a recent Business Insider article declared Sundays are the new Mondays, and this is not a great thing. The site says things like Slack, email, smartphones have made workers reachable at all hours. That is not new. We know that. However, they say remote work and Zoom meetings further eroded the line between work and home. And while some people try to set some strict boundaries, others have embraced the blurred lines. And as a result, a new generation of white-collar workers are using traditional days off to get an uninterrupted jump start on the week. So Al, Sundays being the new Mondays, using that day off to get a jump start on the week. Do you like this or
I would
not?
burn through all my PTO. Because I mean, you're saying Sunday I possibly would have to join a Zoom meeting?
Well, no, you would just like work on your own.
Work on your
that
own.
When you get to work on Monday, you're already ahead of the game, basically.
Okay,
or that you're already have so much work that you need to use the Sunday to kind of get that
Okay,
start.
do I get Friday off?
No, unfortunately
Oh,
not.
well, heck no. I'm not for this. I don't know. I mean, look, who am I kidding? I actually, on Sundays, I get the Sunday blues anyway.
The Sunday
because
scares, for sure.
I'm usually already preparing for Monday work. So it's probably nothing new for me, but if you make it feel like I have to start on Sunday, then I want Friday off.
That's exactly what I was going to say, basically, is that I already kind of subject myself to it. I use Sunday a lot of time to like send myself story ideas for the week ahead, plan out possible segments and things like that. But if it felt like I had to do it, that would be kind of like the final straw. Allison, do you agree with Al and I?
You know what? When it comes to things like this, to me, it's never a deal because I've worked for the past 32 years 2 to 3 jobs. So overnight, all night,
okay.
all day. So working is nothing. So another day, another not day, it's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just so grateful that I can pay my bills. I don't care about the rest of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very, very, very fair.
That's
but
good.
oh, Maria, the flip side to that is for a lot of people, Sunday was supposed to be a day of rest. Biblically,
Yeah.
historically. So now we're working on it too.
Yes, I don't like it at all because if we say Sundays are the new Mondays, that Sunday is going to start bleeding. And next thing, Saturday is the new Monday. And then Friday is the new Tuesday. I really love, now I'm even taking Mondays off personally. So I have my Monday for personal development. So I don't like it. Just give us Saturday, give us Sunday, and ideally even give us Monday to get ready for the week. And then Tuesday through Thursday, Friday, we
Right.
work.
Say it again for the
You
cheap
know,
seats.
that's where my mind is at. So I don't like this Sunday thing. No.
Yes.
Give me a refund.
From your lips to the Lord's ears. Absolutely
She wants a
agree
refund.
with that as well. All right, speaking of work, introverts getting their time in the office spotlight, and they're not huge fans of it, as you can imagine. They're hoping it doesn't last too long. They're pushing for a change now in workplace expectations. Remote work was great for these quieter workers because it allowed them to work from home and avoid some draining social interactions. But now they're back in these open office spaces and want to just get their work done and not make small talk. A recent Glassdoor poll on introvert-friendly workplace attributes ranked a remote or flexible work policy as number 1. And second was not having mandatory social events. So Al, do you like the idea of offices accommodating introverted workers or not?
Ooh, this is such a tough one because it's so hard to find good workers. If I have a good worker who's a solid producer, that's an introvert, I'm gonna let that introvert do what that introvert do. However, I am a communications professor, so forcing people to, communicate, social skills are very important in developing all skills. So I feel like in a sense, I would also kind of reward them and also have them interact with the office as well. But I don't want to mess with their productivity. So if they're not interested, I'm not interested because it's very hard to find good workers these days.
Would you be willing to make an exception for someone if you had an in-office policy, but someone would be more productive if they could work remote or hybrid? Would you be willing to make an exception?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If they are just as productive or if not better, I would let them work remotely.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Deb, do you like the idea of accommodating introverted workers in an office?
Gosh. It's so odd that it's gotten to this, right? Accommodating. I mean, isn't it just like I don't know if like a happy hour or work, anything was ever mandated. You can always, you have that choice. You're an adult. You can participate or not. There are always going to be introverts. There were introverts 20 years ago when we, were all in the office. So, yeah, I don't think you should mandate anything, and I don't think you should have to accommodate anyone, but it doesn't take much to be just, that's the, it's the beauty of having a job is to kind of, interact with your peers. I think it makes you a better person, and you want to be part of a team, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I was recommending as well. David, is this Gen Z nonsense of a group of people who maybe made it through the pandemic, they didn't have to do as much socializing outside of their bubble, and now as a result are struggling to kind of adapt to in the office workplace?
Not at all. I think this is a good idea to pursue and figure out, we have introverts. Introverts can be very productive. How can you make them happy so they can be even more productive? Like, for example, I consider myself a pretty strong introvert, and I've got a problem in my office right now where they keep trying to make these group texts. And the purpose of I'm willing to stay on the group text for work-related stuff, like we've got a snow day tomorrow or a snow delay. But then next thing you know, everyone's posting all their social stuff. I got people, on their posting pictures of their hikes, and here's what I did on my off time today. And I don't want I'm getting more texts from them than I am from real friends and family, So get me off of that stuff. And I've been removing myself from the list,
Yeah.
It's creating some strain in the office.
I was going to say that can have a negative impact on the perception of your team playerness in the office.
That's
I imagine.
true.
Exactly.
All right. Well, listen, Thank you to everyone who joined us on this Festivus, this the night before Christmas, this
Right.
vodka night, if you so choose to celebrate. Thank you, Al,
Christmas Day
for
Eve.
spending some time. Yeah, Christmas Day, for spending some time with us. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same place. Coming up at 9 o'clock, Tony P is going to join us live. He's home in Boston already,
Oh,
but he's
wow.
still going to join us live. If you're traveling, safe travels. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. This is Al. Have a great night. We'll see you later.